Of course, this part of the program would not be complete without hearing the remarks of the donee, Honorable Ernesto G. Carolina, Administrator, Philippine Veterans Affairs.
Ma'am, Mrs. Angela Mata, and members of the family of former Secretary Ernesto Mata, Chairperson Roman, Congressman Asilio, Secretary Ascueta, Secretary Bata. On behalf of the, of course, our officiating priest, on behalf of the men and women of the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, we'd like to express our heartfelt thanks to the donor, Congressman Ashley Asilio di Magdalo. I'd like to greet also Mrs. Ocampo. We have also with us retired Air Force General Prospero Mata Ocampo or Popo. We have also the fortune of having with us retired General Fortune, Cesar Fortuno. And very aptly, we named this building after Secretary Mata because this is going to be the hub of the veterans. This will be the office of the Veterans Affairs Management Division. It's a new division approved in the RAT plan or reorganization plan of the Veterans Affairs, recognizing the fact that indeed one of the things that we should do is to empower and capacitate our veterans. So really very fitting to the advocacy of the late Secretary Mata, because even after the war, when he served as a renowned guerrilla leader in Negros, kasama po natin mamaya si former Congressman Pisco San Juan, at kinikwento niya, he was given a mission during the war to go to Negros and to bring a message, and he passed by the camp of Secretary Mata, and before the Secretary accompanied him up to the mission area, the camp of then Colonel Absede. So sila pong dalawa yung commander sa Negros Island nung panahon ng Hapon. And natapos ang gera, pinagpatuloy pa rin ni Secretary Mata yung kanyang paglilingkod sa bayan, hanggang sa siya ay naging Chief of Staff at naging Secretary of National Defense. At yun po ang kinakatawan ng building na ito, na yung ating mga veterano, ito nga po ang Veterans Affairs building, ay ating ini-empower din, na kahit po sila ay retired na, at yung ipang makikita doon ay 90 plus na, sila po ay nagsisilbi inspirasyon pa rin, nagsisilbi naglilingkod sa bayan, at patuloy na nag-aambag, nag-contribute sa nation building. So maraming salamat po muli. Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving us, you know, the concept of the thought, the example of the heroic deeds of former Secretary Ernesto Mata.
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Thank you very much, sir. We now put off your candle, please. Patayin na po natin yung kandila. Okay. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are very privileged and honored to hear a response from a person with a big heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Francisco Ashley Asilio, Representative, modelo para sa Filipino Party List, sir.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Siyempre, ako pong babatiin ang butihing may bahay ng ating honorary today. Of course, we are honoring the memory of Secretary Ernesto Mata, and we're very happy that we are joined by his wife and my lola through my wife. Of course, with her permission, because she insists that I do not call her Lola, with her permission, may I greet Lola Angiling. Of course, we're joined today by our very able and our very supportive chairperson of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs and Welfare, Chairperson Herminia Roman. Alam niyo po, napakasaya ko po na napasama po ako sa kanyang komite because she gave me first-hand view of the situation of our veterans, and she has allowed me to work with her, participate actively in the committee, at maraming salamat po, Chairperson. Of course, we'd like to greet the representatives of the Secretary of National Defense, herein today represented by Undersecretary Ascueta, sir. Undersecretary, and for my former colleague in CAA, Undersecretary Ed Bata. And of course, we'd also like to acknowledge the very active efforts of our PVAW Administrator, Undersecretary Carolina, sir. Mas mabanggit ko lang po, alam niyo si Undersecretary Carolina has been very, very humble in his efforts. He's been very quiet about it. Hindi pa po ako congressman, nasusubaybayan ko na po ang naging serbisyo ni Undersecretary Carolina, not only as an officer of the AFP but also continuing his service with the Department of National Defense. First with the Philippine Defense Reform and now with the Veterans Affairs. Alam niyo po, laki po ng naiambag niya para po sa ikagaganda ng palakad po ng ating Veterans Affairs. And actually po, panay po ang aking paanyaya sa kanya na siya po sana'y pumayag na i-recommenda ko na maparangalan. Pero hanggang ngayon po, tinatanggihan niya pa rin. So sana po, one of these days, pagbigyan niya po yung aking kahilingan na yon because he really deserves it. At alam niyo po, nakita niyo naman, through my partnership with him, we are able to make this building a reality. At nakita niyo naman po, sa maliit po na tulong na niambag natin, tingnan niyo po kung ano yung ginawa ni Undersecretary Carolina. So palakpakan po natin siya. Of course, I will not fail to mention, actually before I met this family, I already met Secretary Mata. He was the first ever PMA anniversary speaker. Kasi po from February, naging October yung founding anniversary ng PMA. And the honor of addressing the Philippine Military Academy during its first redesignated anniversary was given to Sec.Ernesto Mata by then President Joseph Estrada. I was a first-class cadet in 1998 nung naging guest of honor ng PMA si Secretary Mata. I just found out that a young lady by the name of Maria Paz Victoria Ocampo, the daughter, apuna, of the nephew of Secretary Mata, my father-in-law, General Ocampo, would be in that party of Secretary Mata. Hindi ko pa po siya nakikilala nun. We met several years later pa, and she became my wife. That's why I know po the family of Secretary and Lola Angiling Mata. I've been very fortunate po to meet the Ocampo family who are descended from the Samonte and Mata families of Lawag. Alam niyo po, si Secretary Mata, yung naging serbisyo niya, yung naging buhay niya po, is one thing a guy like me can only dream about. And it's a life that my father-in-law and General Fortuno tried to emulate during their time in the academy and during their time in the military service. So, Ako po, although my military career was cut short, I will try to follow the example not only of my lolo, again through my wife, Secretary Mata, but also the examples of my father-in-law and General Fortuno. So, sa akin po, makataasa po kayo sa patuloy po na pagtulong ng Committee on Veterans Affairs and Welfare under our able chairperson. Hindi lamang po ako, kundi ang aking kapwa Magdalo Congressman Gary Alejano. We have been very supportive of the cause of our veterans. Kung naalala niyo po, for some years now, wala na pong naging representante ang ating mga veterano sa Kongreso. So we've taken it upon ourselves to represent our veterans dahil sila naman po ay advocacy ho talaga namin. So makakaasa po kayo ng aming patuloy na suporta at hayaan niyo po, marami pa po tayong magagawa para sa ating mga veterano. But for today, we would just like to remember not only the heroism of Secretary Mata during the war, but also his quiet dedication and steadfast professionalism as a product of the Philippine Constabulary, now Philippine Military Academy, and as a proud member of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Department of National Defense family. So with that po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa PVAO family for honoring us with this facility. And of course, let's all bless and honor the memory of Secretary Ernesto, Lolo Erning Mata. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga.
Thank you very much, Honorable Congressman. That's a beautiful and very wonderful response. And with due respect to our honorable guest, may we request you to please let's go back to covered court for the program proper. Thank you very much.